Can I say, I am not going to be the waker? I was never the waker. I cannot be the waker. It's like saying that I am not going to be the hero on the movie screen. You were never that hero or heroine. Are you seeing this? There is no question of surrendering the action of the hero on the movie screen because you were never that. So surrender implies something higher. Something higher. In retrospect, it's very easy to analyze a stressful situation and say, oh, that was only jnana of karma. There was no karma there. No, it's during. When there is that appearance of the waker doing that action or that stressful event arising, and the waker thinking, I have to do this, I should have not done this should have not happened, blah, blah, blah. That stressful moment, that moment, being able to see the background of alive emptiness separately from just the stress wave and holding on to that background. That is surrender. That is surrender. Oh, this is nothing. Just a story, just a story. It's come to test me. It's come to see, मैं कितने पानी में हूँ. Where have I got to on my spiritual progress ladder? Or am I still just slipping? It's very easy to analyze in retrospect. So don't do that. The real test is during. Can I recognize, oh, see, this is just one wave. It goes. Every time I blink, the sight appears and disappears, appears and disappears, appears and disappears. It's so evident. How am I connecting these stories of whatever I am seeing in this stressful situation right now? There is no connected story. There is no cause. There is no effect. There is no past and present moment. There is nothing to connect them. Can I recognize this in the moment and just laugh at that stress wave? That is the true test. That is the meaning of I recognize karma as only jnana of karma, only the knowledge of karma. It is not karma. Each one of you must test yourself. Do I recognize this yet? Do I see this yet? Am I still raw or am I ripe enough to recognize that it is happening in me? I am not experiencing something external to me. It is happening in me. The in me is important. Then you will be able to start recognizing how from subtle the gross is projecting. From the subtle the gross is projecting. From the subtle the gross is projecting. You'll just laugh at it. Nothing to be taken seriously. Nothing. Even in a very happy situation, everything is hunky-dory in the family and some big surprising thing comes along and happy event and all. There also there is this sudden identity with the waker who is experiencing this surprise because of this. There's an immediate story creation, cause, effect. Yeah, the past I did this, and therefore in the present I am experiencing this. All this is happening. Even in that happy moment, the so-called positive thing, just laughing at it. No, there is no karma, there is jnana of karma. Can I see this? Can I see this? Do you recognize that feeds into the next? That feeds into the next. And that is how your conviction in being the alive emptiness keeps growing. It multiplies. You do it in one instance, it automatically feeds into the next appearance of the waker in the world. And that feeds into the next appearance of the waker in the world. And that's how you keep seeing, oh, it's only an illusion. The truth is this empty, alive, conscious background. This is what I am. Yeah, so if I get it right once, that's sufficient to get the ball rolling. Get it right once at least. Start. Just start. The rolling will happen. You don't keep an expectation. You start. You start in your little pain area. I don't know. Ekta doesn't know that. You know which is your little pain area. That's where you begin. Now it's not the time to start small. Now it's the time to start big. Yeah? With the spouse, the child, or the parent. Big. In one area. It's an intricate skill. It's like you are building that skill within yourself. Yeah, that's where you say, oh, there's just the alive emptiness, nothingness, only zero. There is no one. If I want, I can manufacture the one. Right now, I have the power to manufacture that one and believe it to be true and create an altogether another story. Or I have the control in just being what I am, the zero. What do I choose, zero or one? Yeah. The first one, the first successful zero will automatically bring in the next zero, and then that will feed into the next zero, and then that will feed into the next. You will see, oh, I see it moment to moment now. Oh, it's been 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. Oh, continuously. Every waking has become very clear. Zero now. That is the meaning of total surrender. I'm not just relinquishing this waker identity, I'm even dismissing that interest to be acknowledged as the waker by the other. This has got nothing to do with me. It is happening of its own accord. It is the flow. I have to simply honor the flow. There is that waker which I would have assumed to be, and there is the other reflection. And there is some equation going on here. Doesn't matter, happy, sad, positive, negative, some equation happening. It is happening at a distance. I am that alive emptiness. Do I recognize this truth? The moment you hold on to the emptiness, it becomes very clear. Oh, there is only jnana of karma. There is no karma. There is only the knowledge of an action. There is no action. Nothing is happening. Nothing ever happened. Clear? If the flow is going on, I cannot tell the flow, surrender the action. Do you understand this? This is the mistake on the Karma Yoga path. The mistake on the Karma Yoga path is surrender action. Means I have the control to act, but I am not acting. No, you never had any control on action. You see that the action appearance is in progress. And you see, I am not doing it. I am not in control of it. I am not even experiencing it. It is not happening to me. in fact it is not happening. Simply seeing it as magical illusion. That's why I insist that you must go for a trip to a desert and really see a mirage. Not in photographs, not in movies, but really see and really get fooled by it the first time. And then whenever you see it, you're like, no, it's not. The eyes still see. The eyes still see the mirage. But you are so convinced, no, it is not there. Exactly like that. The eyes will still see the waker and the situation of the waker in the world. The eyes will see, but the conviction that it is not happening, it is not there, this strengthens. Yeah. I can draw a straight parallel between these two. That's why I insist you must take a trip to a desert and see a mirage. And you're like, oh, yes, it is not there. It is seen by the eye, but it is not there. Those who have not seen a mirage, the sky is not blue. But when you look up, you see blue. You studied physics, you've done your experiments on refraction of light. You're convinced that light is colorless. But when you look up, you see blue. So the eyes still see it. Yet there is a conviction it is not blue. Like that only. The eyes still see the appearance of the waker teaching the Advaita knowledge and all these Advaita participants. The eyes still see. But it is not happening. There is this clear conviction. So you have to work on building up to this conviction level. That is the only thing that is lacking for you. Nothing else. Yeah. Mull over this. This is very important. Can I see the spouse as jnana? Can I see the interaction between this waker who is assumed to be the spouse of this other reflection and their interaction, whether it is a positive interaction or negative? Can I see this as jnana? With the child, can I see it as jnana? With the parent, whether on a phone call or in person, can I see this as jnana? These are the most important things to test. Then only you will really see what verse 17 says. Otherwise, it's going to be a memorization, pointless intellectualization. All good? I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.